What?
It's to move the world.
We're live. Welcome, Acropolis. The game show. Sorry, I was caught off guard. Tony pointed to me. We're live. So, how's everybody doing?
Good.
All right. You're tired.
Christmas shopping
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Christmas
Ooh,
shopping.
that sounds awful.
I like Christmas shopping.
I love Christmas shopping too,
Yeah.
but I don't like the week before Christmas.
It's going to be a little hectic, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be a Wednesday, so I don't think it'll be as bad.
Granted, I got mine finished yesterday.
Was it bad?
Yes.
Was it really busy?
It was real bad.
I'll be in Toledo, so it'll be.
It'll
say-
be worse. I was in
Yeah.
Adrian.
Yeah.
I gotta go to Ann Arbor on Thursday to finish up mine. I'm not looking forward to it.
I never go to Ann Arbor if I can.
I will
avoid it.
not do the weekend
understand
prior. The weekend prior will
Ann
be
Arbor
way
is
worse than
hashtag
anything.
overrated.
Ann Arbor is not overrated.
Ann Arbor's fun.
I don't know.
It's all right.
It's better than Toledo.
It's better than Adrian.
Star Wars trivia night. I'm gonna
Lose.
ace it.
You're gonna lose.
I won Game of Thrones trivia.
Oh, nice.
Then another time we were doing Game of Thrones trivia, and Sarah was like, "It's this." I was like, "I don't think it is, but I'll do it." And we got it wrong, and that was the first time I hit her.
Won Rick and Morty
She hit
trivia.
back way harder.
And I won. There's two things: Rick and Morty, and I can't remember what the other one was.
Rick and Morty. You want
Yeah.
to talk about a terrible show? I watched that. It's garbage.
Not a terrible show.
It's
No,
one
I
of the
watch
Harry
it.
Potter
It's,
shows.
it's really funny.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
we should do a trivia night here. Hey, do we have video?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we do a
I
Dragon
totally
Ball?
forgot
That's
to.
okay.
Can we do a Dragon Ball trivia?
Dude, I would win Dragon Ball trivia. I know way more than you do.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. I got money on Tony.
I'd put my money on Tony, too. I'd give it the old college try.
I know more than all of you.
On
Dragon Ball?
Oh yeah.
All right,
All right.
man.
He's got the internet. All right, y'all. So listen, we've got Blood Bowl League going on. Started yesterday
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me?
because you and Mike are getting ready to be the two new combatants have showed up.
Listen, man.
Not a chance.
If we're talking live, like Blood Bowl is amazing.
It is a lot
Dude,
of
it's
fun.
fun.
man.
It's
I
so
like-
much fun. Everybody should play it. I'm
It's
not playing it.
ridiculous.
I'm not playing it either.
It's a lot of fun.
You see, I got that inducement.
What inducement?
Did you see the list of inducements Jake put out?
No.
Okay, he put out like 6 of them or whatever. And I had one.
Oh, those
player-
aren't those are bounties and stuff.
You
yeah.
know
whatever they are. They're like
Literally everyone else doesn't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I know what
the,
it's.
the viewers know what I'm talking
know
about.
they
Those,
don't.
those
They don't.
involved
They
in the
don't.
blood
there.
bowl.
Jake knows what I'm talking about.
Know what they're talking about.
He said, "What's
Matt Richardson
what's
and
up,
Jason Snagowski know what I'm
fishes?
talking about.
No.
At any rate, the Blood Bowl League started today. It's been a lot of fun so far. But the big thing on the horizon, I think we all know it, is the
Star Wars.
yep. So you know that that
Here we
sound
go.
when the toilet bowl flushes? That's all I can hear. I'm hoping for an Australian one so it flushes the other way, so it's a little bit different. But
Listen, I've recently been marathoning it, which probably everybody is, right?
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
me.
a new one comes out soon.
None of them are good. There's just differing degrees of not good.
I don't think. Okay,
I think I said this
For
last
all of the
week.
Star Wars or just
Like,
the
it's just-
recent?
I-
I'm
it's just-
talking
just-
about the movies.
It's just
Just the
bad.
movies.
the
Yeah, it's
original
just
3
bad.
have their weaknesses, but
it's-
they're not like they're not horrible films.
They're not great films.
Sure.
Well, no, I don't think they're like. When you think of Star Wars, you don't think about them.
I'm about halfway through Empire.
the
It does
problem-
not deserve its ranking on
The
Rotten Tomatoes.
problem is
I
they
think
only
Empire's
get
pretty
worse.
decent.
It's probably the best one.
It's
It
by
does
far
not
the best Star Wars.
deserve its ranking on Rotten Tomatoes.
What is it on rank?
Like
Rotten Tomatoes?
95.
Out of like all movies.
100.
It's like
100% is percentage.
It's one of the top. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
it's
got you.
yeah, it's like
It's a
It's
95
based
out
off
of
of-
I
100%.
think it's
based
a
off
strong
reviews.
85, though.
I don't think so.
I don't
Really?
No.
I don't
No.
Okay, so we got to unpack this a little bit.
It's a
So
good-
what would you give a rank of 85? Like any movie you can think of? Because I think it deserves an 85. at
Joker?
least.
Out of recent
I think
times?
I think Joker's much better than Empire. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
I
Joker's
do-
flaws-
I
It's
do
got
too,
It's
but-
got its flaws.
I do
It's
too,
not
but I
perfect.
think
No, I think Joker's
I think
probably like a
Joker's-
92.
I was about to say, but I think Joker's higher than an 85.
Yeah, I don't think
so.
it, I don't think it deserves 90s, but I'm,
Well,
I'm just,
okay,
you know,
then what would you put?
I don't.
in the-
65.
65 for the
Yeah.
Joker?
No, talking about Empire.
Oh, I think that's a little low, but I
No,
mean that's
probably.
fair.
So
Mark
we got
Hamill's awful.
The Rise, yeah, he's not good. We got the Rise of Skywalker Thursday night.
Yep.
Thursday night.
Listen, you
And
guys
it,
probably have avoided the spoilers, and I'm not going to give them any of them away.
I've seen.
I've
I've already
avoided
My
them
friends
all.
told me a
I
few.
don't.
I
I've
will
already
say
seen-
friends
I've
told me
that's
to
right.
stay
I was talking to you about it the other day. So
Yeah,
if
I've already
they if they come true, this movie's script was pulled right out of the toilet bowl.
Now, I might not have seen the ones you were talking about because some of the spoilers I've seen were not on their face.
Apparently, this was
bad.
leaks from the things I watched some videos on it. The leaks were from the focus groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like they kind of break down the whole plot, and like there were multiple leaks and whatnot.
Yeah, and it already premiered in Sweden, and it didn't receive very good.
Let's be fair
Reviews.
though, the Swedes are just weird.
True, but
The Swedes know good movies.
Okay. They're just weird.
I
probably think we're weird.
I never have either. I'm just kind of talking out
Brad,
my
I'm
ass,
just
but-
thinking like, you know, in the vastness of what the internet is, maybe it's not a good idea to say the Swedes are weird. I think they're great.
Hey, to be fair, they're going to remain neutral, so you got nothing.
Yeah,
to
like
worry
what are they gonna
That's
do?
what you're like.
Declare war?
Oh my god.
Might as well be making fun of Canadians.
You know, the Canadians like have like a proud history of being like, at least in World War I and II, they're like, all right, we need
Yeah, I
that
know.
hill. Send some Canadians to do that. That's
Yeah.
the British do anyway, right? They're like, send everybody else.
Did you all just mix Sweden and Switzerland?
Probably.
No, Sweden was neutral in World War I and II.
Maybe. But Switzerland's the one known for it.
Well, right.
No,
Switzerland's like-
Switzerland is Jake
Actually,
Powell.
yeah, no. The Swedes were on the sides of the Axis, weren't they?
I think they leaned that way. I mean, they
Or
they were
leaning
sending
or were they
iron ore
neutral?
to them.
Oh, so they traded with them.
Well, I'm just saying, let's get back to the crux of the matter. All Star Wars movies are not really that good. The supplementary stuff has been really good, though.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I'm willing to say that
I think that's where you can find the gems of Star Wars and the supplementary stuff. There's been a plethora of good video games. I've never read any, but I've heard the books are really good.
Clone Wars was
Clone Wars,
spot on,
the
dude.
board-
It was
the-
so good.
The board games were really good. Even the Star Wars Legion is really good. Like all the
that's
extra
just
stuff
a good
outside of the
game,
movies.
though.
I'll say
Like,
the
Legion's
the
expanded
expanded universe.
that could have any IP or no
That's
IP on
that's
it.
fair. That's fair. It doesn't really have a whole lot to do with the IP, right? In terms of quality. But
Yeah, I
it's-
mean, like the abilities and stuff, they draw heavily
Yeah.
on like Star Wars lore
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
But I don't know, man. Like when it comes to like The Last Jedi's got a lot of flaws, but I enjoy that movie a lot. That could be like my nostalgia bone, but like I
you
really,
enjoyed it. All you've ever done is
Wait.
complain about it.
no. Did I say The Last Jedi?
Yeah, you sure did.
Return of the Jedi.
Make sure you get a soundbite.
That's
of that.
Freudian slip right there. No,
All you do is
I was
complain
like,
about the
hold
Last
on.
Jedi.
I gotta admit, The Last Jedi is
we
awful.
actually go to his house. He's got a poster of Rey in his bedroom.
You know, I think Rey's a missed opportunity.
Oh,
She
absolutely.
could have. I don't think.
I think
Star Wars movies in general are missed opportunities.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
he took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say the exact same thing.
No, I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
We'll have to wait and see what comes of these next Star Wars movies.
So
We don't
or
know
at
what our
least
next
the next
podcast
one.
is going to be, but it's going to be heavily about.
I know
doing it?
what
Are
the
we
next
doing it
podcast.
Tuesday?
I know what it's going to be.
I know what it's going to be.
We're
It's
probably not
Tuesday's
doing it on
Christmas Eve.
Christmas
The
Eve.
following Tuesday's New Year's Eve.
It's going to be at least 40
That's
minutes
rough.
of silence.
Oh yeah, we
Because
can't.
we're
Would
gonna
you
be
mean
doing
this
New
with my
Year's Eve.
head?
We're going to be so distraught about how bad this movie
Do you
was
guys think it's
roasted
going to be
up.
good?
No,
No.
I mean,
No,
I'm
no, but
optimistic. That doesn't
me
mean that
too.
it's going to be great.
I've
we got-
been optimistic about the last two Star Wars movies, and I've been burned.
Now,
Oh, no,
see,
I wasn't
was-
optimistic about Last Jedi
I
at all.
always-
I didn't even go see it in theaters.
I try to go into any movie that I see with somewhat objectivity.
Dude, I did
So
that for The
have
Last
I.
Jedi, and I got bombed. Because, okay, The Force Awakens stuff was coming out, and I was like, it's not going to be good. Hang on, I got to answer this question. It's worth a prize.
Oh my God. Take his phone away. Do it.
But Dad'll ground me.
I'll say I like buying stuff from here. I'm not going to take his phone away.
That's
He's
fair.
not going to let you, or he's not going to bar you from buying stuff. At the
I don't
store.
want to test that theory.
No, I don't want your money.
Get away from me.
Okay, at any rate, The Force Awakens, when that was like teased, and then I think they did it like at Star Wars Celebration where they showed Chewie, we're home, and the crowd goes nuts, right? And I was like, what?
So that's the problem, though. That line of dialogue was written for a trailer. Like that's
Yeah.
the only reason it
Absolutely.
exists. Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, man, the Alien movies, we talked about this when we were watching them. Like, I like those movies a lot, but you're like, that was a trailer scene.
Yeah.
Like, where she's like, duct taping the gun and then, you know what I'm saying?
This summer.
Oh,
But yeah, no, I don't know.
Oh no, I went into that movie. I was like, I don't think this is going to be very good, and man, it did not disappoint because The Force Awakens was not good.
This will probably be it for me in terms of Star Wars movies.
We've said this every time we talk about this. They're getting every dime that they need out of me.
I didn't think The
I don't
Force
think
Awakens
I'll,
was that bad. I just wish they didn't do a New Hope again with a bigger Death Star.
Really disappointed.
when we come, but then when The Last Jedi comes out, I'm like, you know what?
Awakens.
There's no way this movie is that. Okay, so this is kind of what happened. We go into the movie, right? And Patrick had literally went to see it before, like the showing before, like the 5:30 showing, and then he saw the 7:30 showing with us. And I was like, how was it? He was like, I was like, oh no, that's not good. That's not good. And then he falls asleep in the first act. I was like,
Dude, somehow I've managed to go my entire life without viewing a Star Wars movie with Tim.
That's right, you've
This is gonna
never-
be an experience.
it is going to be
The
an
last you
experience.
sitting
last
next to him?
The last two, I was like, he's like, you gonna go with us? I'm like, no, I'm not.
This might be this. No, I guess that's not true. I went and saw this will be the first time. This will be the first time I experience for the first time a Star Wars movie with Tim.
Well, you were
too.
going to go to The
You've
Last
been-
Jedi, but your mom got in that accident,
Yeah,
so you weren't
exactly.
able to go.
So I
So
couldn't
you've
go.
been to movies with us, like as a group.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have I been sitting next to Tim? Never.
Recently, it hasn't been very
know,
much.
but-
Joker? Huh? Weren't you next to him for the Joker?
No, he
No.
put Brittany between us.
Sure did.
Oh, smart. I could hear him all
Joker
the way
was
at the
good, though.
other end.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know where
Tim's
you're
not
sitting.
good.
Where are you sitting?
I don't remember.
Are you in the middle?
I get it.
Yeah, I tried to get to the
Okay,
we're
'cause
gonna-
I'm like,
so
I'm
we
like,
can all
I'm like
hear
more,
him equally.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like more on the end.
Listen, man,
so-
one of my favorite memories about going to see The Last Jedi was we had people in front of us, and it was like, as soon as the Leia starts flying, those guys all turned around and looked at me, and I was just like, it was great. I loved it. I had people on both sides and in front. They
So,
all got to
They
experience
Tim-
it.
all got to
watching
feed
movies-
your massive ego.
Tim watching
We
movies
know.
does not stop talking,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
It's absolutely
80%
bad.
of it is great jokes. I'll hand him that. But you don't want to hear those great jokes because you're trying
You're
to.
like, I'm
distract
trying to
watch
watch
the
the
movie.
movie, and then you laugh because I say something that's legitimately funny.
and missed part of the movie.
Yeah, but you know, are you missing it though? Like, what all I have to say to
I've
this
only
is
been to-
you're welcome. You're welcome.
No,
I've only been to one movie with you.
I'll watch it.
And it's true.
I'll watch it this Thursday, but I don't know.
Now listen, Brad is also talking this. We go to see the Last Jet or the Force Awakens, right? And I'm watching. I'm like, well, this isn't very good yet. He's like, watch this. And then they show the Falcon. I'm like, oh god.
I was the
He
only
goes,
one.
Isn't that stupid?
That's true. Well,
I want to
the
experience that.
that was the glory of already seeing it before going to see it with Tim. So I got to like, because I know Tim and I know he's gonna think most of it was bad. So I got. It was just fun to be able to share that. That's all.
It was
All
so
right,
funny.
So
That was
that's
a lot
our
of fun.
that's our time hating on Star Wars.
Yeah,
Well,
for
it's a
now,
big
it'll come
cultural
back
thing.
around.
Go ahead. What?
No, it's just finish up about Star Wars. There's
Well, I was
something
just gonna say, like, it's a big. I hope you go see it. Like, I want Star Wars to do well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Star Wars as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, like, because here's the thing: if it continues to not profit, which I think Mandalorian's doing fine, I think a lot of people like it, and I don't know why.
The Mandalorian isn't out there to make money though. It's a streaming show. It's not like people
Sure,
are
but
buying
like
it.
Baby Yoda, you know, like
There, it's for merchandise and it's
Yep.
doing its job.
it is.
There'll be a bunch of Mando toys and
got
a bunch
six-
of.
Saying that word,
They
We've
say it
watched
on the
all
show.
6 commercials so far.
I hate it.
I know, I do
I
too.
hate it.
But anyway, like, I want it to do well because I legitimately like the IP, and if it doesn't do well, they'll just drift to other things. Like Disney, can you imagine like walking into the Disney barn, like all the cash cows they can just go milk?
They're literally making an amusement park.
Yeah, they've already right,
think it's already
Yeah.
open.
Yeah. 2 of them.
No, like this one's supposed to be like
They're making another one.
like a whole
Star
like,
Wars.
city, like
Yeah.
kind of like how they did with.
I
I
think
thought it
it's.
was-
I think
I
it's
think it's
already
open.
open.
Oh,
So I
I
believe
did
so.
not know
called?
that.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars Galaxy.
Galaxy's
or
Edge.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge.
They
I
could
think.
literally stop making movies, and that will make them money. For
Oh,
the next
absolutely! I
50
want
years.
to. I want to go there. They have a ride where you take you and 3 other friends, and you share roles in piloting a Millennium Falcon.
Do you get to use the gun? And be like,
Yeah, you do.
I got one, and your friend can say, "Don't get cocky, kid."
Yeah.
yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, I think it'd be
I would
awesome.
rather do
we should,
that
We
than
should
watch
all.
Star
We
Wars
should all
with you.
go there and just like live stream it for an episode of the show.
Oh, that'd be
That'd
pretty
be pretty
funny.
cool.
Pretty hilarious.
I want to make my own lightsaber.
I think
It's like,
they. I think
it's
they
like
have
$200 for
They have a
lightsaber,
Build-A-Bear
though.
for adults.
If they look
I'm
at it,
doing it.
Yeah.
I had a
So,
friend
yeah,
at work
that's-
go do it, and he spent $400 for
You
him
can
and his
go-
son to make a lightsaber.
You can go eat at the cantina where the aliens are all playing that music.
And you can have a walrus man say, "I don't like you." He doesn't like you either.
That's just a
The
normal
Walrus
person living
Man.
in Florida.
Hey, hold on. The Walrus Man didn't talk.
That's fair. That's fair. But the simplicity of the joke had to.
Did you know
that's
that
fair.
there was a werewolf in the cantina?
Yeah, there
and
is.
they took him out
Thank
for
God.
no reason.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
All the other ones made sense, but the werewolf doesn't.
They're all aliens. I mean, and then like
That one actually looked menacing. The rest of them just looked comical.
like the prototypical alien. Like
Yeah.
that
Anyways,
thing's not gonna kidnap me. He plays the flute. Anyway, okay, so that's the big thing coming up. I wanted to touch on Glass City. Jason messaged me today. There's 70 people registered.
Holy crap.
70.
That's awesome.
Okay, so it's already a major.
When is it?
It's January 4th and 5th. Okay, so if you get that contrast going, but you got to get signed up quick because they're going to
Yeah,
run out of
I'm not-
space.
Is it
Well, I'm not
40K
sure
or
if I'll
Age of
have-
Sigmar?
It's 40K.
I'm out.
I'm not
40K.
sure I'll have
Is it
an
on the
entire
weekend?
painted
Yes.
I'm also out.
Chaos Force by then. The other option would be my Dark Angels, but I'm not going to have the appropriate references by early January.
What do you mean?
Like Ritual of the Damned.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jason, if you're watching, can you do you have a cutoff date for like when things will be allowed in? I would imagine it's probably getting pretty close.
It looks like he's here.
it's. What'd you say?
Look like he's here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it says it right there in the feed.
Listen,
don't feed it.
He's
Don't
lying.
feed him.
He only watches the show to hear me talk.
Have you seen the rules for the ogres for Blood Bowl?
Yeah, they can punt the
Yeah,
goblins.
they have
The Noblars?
They have, instead of having a quarterback, they have a Noblar punter. They have an ogre punter.
so
he
your
just
goblin can grab the ball, and then your giant ogre can punt the,
Yeah.
the
So,
goblin.
Does the
with
ogre
ball.
have a chance of killing
Yes.
the Nobbler?
Yeah, yeah. Well, like, so I don't know what the difference is, but all the ogres have throw teammate. He's got kick teammate, and I don't know what the
well, I
difference
think
is.
they were saying
I
that
say
if
you
you
take damage from the kick. I would.
well,
assume.
if you
I don't
kick
know.
it, you roll d6 and you can throw them that many, or you move them that many squares, or you can roll 2d6. But if you roll doubles, you kill the goblin instantly.
It's hilarious. So
Kick it to death.
the goblins all have strength
so
1.
dumb.
Yeah, they're like
And
armor
they're
5.
armor 5. It's so funny.
Somebody
That-
told me they were free. They didn't cost.
No. So they cost 20,000 gold, but they have yeah, I know, right? They have a rule called I think dispensable or disposable, and what it does is when you're playing in a league, like for us, their gold costs don't count towards the cost of their team. So you pay your 20,000 gold to get them, but then they're basically free when you consider the total cost of your team. So it actually allows you to get inducements easier.
So you're basically your team value is only the ogres.
Only the ogres, which I think is around 700,000. They're really expensive.
Yeah, but
they're
then
700,000.
can't you spend all like the extra gold you have on getting more of the Nobblers so you can have backups?
Not for inducements. So how inducements work is you basically
Your team-
take
you take the two team values.
Yeah, you take the 2 team values, and the difference in gold you get to spend on inducements. And how inducements work is there are very specific things that you can buy with that gold. You can
like
buy
bonuses
you can
for
buy
the game.
mercenaries, so you could buy extra Noblars, but it would be a waste.
Okay, well, I meant, isn't it like 1,000,000 gold
Yeah,
to
that's
build
the
the team?
baseline, yeah.
Yeah, so you buy like the 3 or 4 ogres, and then you can buy 20 Nobblars, so you have extras in case you kill them.
Well,
Do you
yeah,
know how many
okay.
ogres you can take?
You get 3 ogres and then a kicker.
Do you know what the maximum can they have?
3
like-
ogres and a kicker.
That's the whole team.
Yeah, that's the whole
And
team.
Okay, so wow.
So it's 3 ogres. The ogres are the ogres are strength 5. Their armor.
They're really good
Their
from what I
armor
saw.
9. Their agility 2. I think they have a movement of 5. And a.
They're meant to throw shit, not move themselves.
However, they all have a rule called Bonehead, where you roll, or it might be Bone Ed, but you roll a die before activating them. And if you roll a 1, not only are they not allowed to do anything, but it turns off their tackle zone. And it's off until you activate them again, and don't roll the 1. So
is there a rule where they eat the? Oh no, they won't eat Nobblars in the fluff because they taste bad.
Oh, okay.
Because like ogres, like in Age of
That's funny.
Sigmar, all they want to do is eat, right? So like they'll just do like they have rules in their new battle tome, like where they're either feasting or feeding.
Yeah.
Right. So if they don't have any, or whatever it is, if they're not within 3 inches, they get extra movement to go get food. It's
That's
really
pretty cool.
It's really cool, and if they're
funny.
within 3 inches, they get extra attacks to eat you faster or whatever.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but all the ogres have a mighty blow as well. So
Tony,
they're
can
really
you scroll the comments? I forgot that it's stupid and
Yeah, I
doesn't.
forgot it does that. Yeah.
so they're really they seem very interesting.
You talk about the
Almost
cutoff.
roll, yeah. But
That
yeah,
is the
so
part.
they're really interesting as a team to play. We'll have to wait to see because Evan picked them up, right?
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have to wait to see how they play on the field because it'll be so easy just to walk up and crump a like
man.
your elves will literally walk up on a Nobbler and be like, all right, 3 dice, like by himself, because they're all double +1 is
You
strength.
just try to avoid
Yeah.
the big guys, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, which will be kind of hard because they're all movement 5.
Yeah, so they can catch you.
And they have Mighty Blow, they're strength 5, so they can literally just walk up. But I tell you what, as soon as they start rolling 1s on those bonehead
man.
rolls, like it'll be like,
That's brutal having to like roll.
yeah, it sucks.
So like Blood Bowl is very much a game like the less rolls you have to make, the better off you are, right? Because as soon as you start rolling dice, bad stuff happens. It's like not good. So to have to do that for all your big guys,
yeah,
that'd be awful.
no, it's it's
I failed a double 1 or a 2-up rerollable day.
I do that way more times than should be.
I was like
it
throwing a
just should be
pass. I was like,
happening.
all right, 2 up. Well, I got pass. 2 up, rolled a 1. I was like, all
I
right.
literally did that. I literally did that against Joel. I kicked him, or I threw him the ball right at the beginning of the half. He catches, he starts running up the side. I knocked the ball out of his hands. I'm like, all right, this guy's got extra arms. He's gonna go in there and pick it up on a 2-up. Drop to 1. I'm like, re-roll. 2-up. Drop to 1. Like, turnover. It's your turn. And then I did it again with a different guy on a 3-up. And I'm like, like I should have scored like 2 turns ago. What's going on?
This is why I don't want to play that game.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And that's the thing, like the silliness and the randomness, it adds
Yeah.
to it because
Yeah.
like elves are these nimble creatures, right?
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like-
I mean, I get like the lore
I
aspect.
think I was
don't-
showing Brad how to play, and I was like, listen, you know how many times I fail these 2-ups? And my quarterback was like, all right, I'm getting out of here. He falls down and dies. Literally dies.
What's really funny is I was teaching some other customers how to play Blood Bowl, and I was talking to them about that same instance. But like, you have no idea how many times you'll just roll a 1 and die, and then I'm playing them and I roll a 1 and my elf dies. Like I was using his team. I was like, what?
Maybe the team
heck?
is cursed.
Maybe. Well,
I mean, you
started-
are painting them like the lion.
That's fair.
exactly.
So
Like you
I'm
you
a glutton
screwed
for
it.
punishment,
You
man.
screwed it.
That's
But
fair.
yeah.
It's football, so
Yeah.
it's awful.
That's not fair.
No, that's not fair.
That hurts the soul.
We have a lot of
Football
people
hurts.
who don't like football playing Blood Bowl.
That's true.
That's the main reason I'm not playing it.
Dude, you should try it. It's
I'm not
actually
gonna.
pretty fun.
It's
not
actually a lot
doing
of
it.
fun.
That's fair.
You know what?
It's a lot of
I'll
fun.
try it if you read some that Alien comics that I gave
I
you.
already read them.
No,
Liar.
you didn't.
Okay, I didn't.
yeah.
So why,
easy.
I don't even know anything about that. I knew you were lying.
why am I going to try Blood
How
Bowl
many
when,
are there?
when you won't 3?
Okay, I should have read them. I
When
know.
you won't.
How many pages though?
They're like 13.
That's well, yeah. I think they're 20 pages max.
Isn't it standard like
figured-
24?
I figured if
Huh?
they're a
Isn't
comic
it standard
book.
like 24?
There's
for a comic?
ads, though. Are there ads in those ones?
Yeah.
I know DC is basically like an ad with content in it.
No, DC's not that.
Oh, I
bad.
thought wasn't DC bad for a
Marvel's
while?
real bad about it.
That's fair.
I'm just saying you won't
like a
enjoy
magazine.
my hobby, but I have to always enjoy your hobby.
That's not true that I don't or won't.
How many comics have you read since we've been friends?
I read issue 0 of
Answer the
Inhumans.
question. Answer the question.
I'm saying I'm answering.
One.
It's 1. You know, there is something I really would like to read one of these days. Is the I might do like the novel form of it, the first Civil War.
It's real good, dude.
It's really interesting.
real good.
We talked so much about it leading up to the movie,
It's pretty good.
and I was like, I was Jake in that instance. It's like, oh no, it's this way. Never read a thing. Never read a thing. I really would like to read that.
It hasn't changed.
Oh, so this Saturday. So like we have our rules. Wow, 2 weeks away. That is insane.
2 weeks out for.
It's crazy that
GT,
it's that soon.
Glass City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, what else is on the horizon?
Slaves of
I know,
Darkness came out for
that's
Sigmar.
true.
Slaves of Darkness did come out.
That's true.
People are apparently pretty pumped about that.
I'm pumped for it. I got my book right here.
They
You got it,
were-
Joel got
They
it.
were the Sigmar army of my choice if I was to play Sigmar. Like
Oh,
I really,
Brad,
I
there's
really
no
like
time like the present.
I know, right? I
Their
really
models
like
are really cool.
I would play the
I really
giant
like the-
turtle guys.
Hey,
You
that's
should
what
play
I'm playing.
Sylvanas.
I really like
that
the
model
human
just
chaos
is,
aesthetic.
Like, it's really cool.
That
Super
model
good.
is why I got into Sigmar.
Did you see
Purely.
the points changes today?
Yeah, Dakota texted me. They dropped to 310 points.
I think it's still too much.
For
It's
what?
a little bit. They dropped the sharks
turtle.
too.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
terrible.
They dropped
Are-
the Sharks to 100 points, which they needed because
Now
they're
that turtle, yeah, the sharks are
still
terrible.
less than.
Are the water elves not very good?
No, they are. They're kind of a glass cannon. There's only one way to play them
Okay.
right now.
That's the problem. Like the book is
The book is really cool, but
It's
the
very
only
cool.
competitive way to play it
Are the
is by
eels,
running
the
15
cavalry.
eels, which get a bunch of bonuses on charging.
Yeah.
And
they do a bunch of mortal wounds and stuff.
Yeah, so that's not much different from how 40K works. Really, there's a lot of really like the best stuff is a lot of these spam.
You know what I hate the most about
But
GW games in general? I want to put something I think looks cool on the table and play with it. You can't do that.
You can't do that though.
I
most-
played them, dude. You can't. Like, so
Dude, I
the-
remember
the
I could
whole
not
army.
beat your damn Nurgle before, and this was before Battle Tomes.
I'll say-
He'd put a sorcerer in the corner and put 3 Nurglings in front of him. You couldn't get anywhere near him. You're like, you're coming back, just spawning stuff. I'm like,
but
you can't make a whole army that looks good, which is the downside.
I think
like
you
not
can.
all
no,
of
no,
the
you can make
units.
them look good.
Yeah,
but that's
but
not what I'm saying. So, like,
they're
let's
not
say
aesthetically.
I have like I built those acolytes, right? And I made them look really cool, and I really wanted to play with them. They were god awful. I played with them one time, and then I could never play with them again.
I mean, some units might be really bad, but like you can still.
I can't pick up a model, and this is what I don't like about it. I can't pick one up and say it looks really cool and it be playable immediately.
Archaon.
What do you
No,
mean,
no,
like,
no.
without
I
painting,
can't just
or-
randomly say, "Oh, I like how this looks. It will be
it'll
competitive."
Have, yeah,
Yes.
it will have a
I'll
it'll
agree
have
with
some
that
sort
because
of
I thought the
effect on that
sharks
and
for
then-
the deep can
on-
look
on the
really
game.
cool. Like I'm
Like,
super
you
pumped.
have
I
to-
hate
like
them and
you
stuff.
say,
They're
you gotta
garbage,
play
even
those
with their
ones a
points
certain
drop.
way.
I
Yeah,
completely agree. That's been my gripe
Yeah.
about 40K for a long time. Is there's like so take the Chaos Space Marine book, which I just got into. There's literally one good unit out of there, and some of that might have changed with Chapter Approved, but previously there was one good unit out of there.
your point.
That
Yeah.
and then
Well,
everything else was just garbage.
So
So
like
let me-
Space Wolves, those models look awesome.
And Grey
okay?
Knights. Grey
They
Knights.
look really cool, but
Right. Okay. Now
can't play
to
'em.
be devil's advocate here, things are cyclical,
Surprise.
right? I'm not Jake, bro. Things are cyclical, right? There was a time where a lot of those Space Wolf units were like super good, right? Like Thunderwolf Cavalry were.
But
they
Yeah,
were
but I
good.
think that was it though. I don't think there was anything else out of that book that was that good, except.
But
for
I don't
Thunderwolf
want to
Cavalry.
spend $500 on an army and wait for it to be good again.
Oh, that's fair.
Well,
Like, the
I-
game should be
That's
balanced
fair.
for whatever army you
I
have.
think it is. I think both games are pretty balanced overall. Like there are clear winners and there are clear losers. Like that's always going to happen.
I just want to play Pokehammer.
I
wanna
think
catch 'em all?
you can do it.
No, I just want to like have one. This guy looks really cool. Here's his skill set. I'm gonna fight you. It's really cool
I think a
looking.
Space
He's
Wolf
got his
Army
own
would be
skill set.
fun to make.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I
It
do
would be
too.
fun to make, but
I do too.
I know. I like the look of Grey Knights.
No,
a lot,
I
too.
agree with you. That's one of my big gripes.
But you know
with
what?
40K,
None of us are playing competitively though. So like I think it's a
not
little
really.
bit. I think it's a
yeah,
little
but
bit of a moot point.
it got to the point where with all the rules, where Sigmar changed so much that I couldn't win a game, and I got tired of playing it.
That's fair. I mean that is fair.
So
I mean,
there's no. I'm not gonna continue to play a game where I'm not having fun.
Where
Playing.
where it's just no. I've been there too with with one of my armies. Like it just feels like you're pushing your face up against a grindstone, like trying to do something.
But that wasn't
right?
Tau,
But
was it?
No, it was my
Yeah.
Thousand Sons.
no, Tau have always been pretty.
They-
The
they-
whole time
they've
you
been
had
pretty-
them, they were pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, except for the start of. So there was about a year,
Yeah, I
year and a
guess-
half
I guess
of
they were
8th
a little
edition where my
overpriced.
Tau were just terrible. But other than I think it was about a year and a half. But other than that, now they're really good. And then for the majority of 7th edition, they were pretty good.
Now I want to do a Space Wolf army, and I'm mad
They
about
look really cool.
You should,
mad about it.
you should do a Space Wolf. army.
Space Wolves and Grey
man.
They've
Knights
got
are
their
so
Psychic
cool
Awakening book
looking.
comes out here soon. You should do a Space Wolf. army.
I like the idea. Like Thunderwolf Cavalry are so cool, and
Yeah, they're really. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the Primaris
I want
models
to
a
ride
lot.
a wolf.
What's that?
Thunderwolf.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a thunder wolf.
Just a normal wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah, dudes riding wolves is cool.
that's
That
really
whole army
cool.
is pretty cool.
Very cool.
That whole army is pretty cool.
Yeah. Although I'm not crazy about the flyer.
The Doghead Flyers.
No,
yeah.
I don't like
mean,
the flyer necessarily.
I think they get Storm Ravens now, so
do they? That's
yeah,
kind of weird.
I think you can run. I know Dark Angels have them, so
I think Grey Knights do too.
yeah, Grey Knights have always.
Yeah. Well, no, not. Oh yeah, Storm Ravens. They
Yeah,
have. They
Storm
got
Ravens,
they got the fighters recently. Actually, with 8th edition, I think
Yeah,
they got
it was
them.
with I think it was with their codex this edition that they got
Yeah.
all the flyers and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I don't know, man. I don't need another. What I need to do is finish my Cities of Sigmar army.
What you need to do is finish painting all those tanks.
Thank you.
Listen, you're not gonna.
I was about to say the same thing.
anything. That's such a.
No, I
It
know,
just
but
doesn't
like,
happen.
my,
There's no
uh,
such thing as finishing an army.
My 40K list is pretty much done. I've got a couple more guardsmen to paint. I mean, I got to
Well,
tweak
for-
it now with chapter approved.
for
but,
LVO and stuff, or
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Your lists, like your competitive list, might be done, but there's always still more stuff you can.
Well, you're.
I have
collect.
so many Deepkin to paint. And then I'm getting into 40K and have to paint all my custodes.
Listen, man, you need to just stop buying stuff until you paint it.
I know I should, but
Wait a minute.
I
Let's
can't.
rephrase that. Don't listen to that.
I just can't. I like the
You
building
should
part
just-
of it a lot.
You should just keep buying stuff and keep painting your stuff.
I think you're. To be fair, I mean, like store ownership
motivation.
aside, I
I
think
get
you're
it.
doing a much better job than I ever did about getting
Absolutely.
stuff, building it, and painting it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like
I remember I wouldn't buy anything else until that box that I bought was
that's
painted.
incredible discipline.
Like
yeah, it
the
really is.
well, I built like what 60 of those plague bears, 20 boxes a week.
I
or
wish I
20
would have
of them a
got
week,
rid of those.
You know,
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm getting a little bit better about it. I've definitely painted a lot of my chaos space.
You got a lot
ones
of
that-
chaos stuff done.
Yeah, that are sitting.
Well, you
at
just
home.
unloaded an entire army, so like you're kind of in a.
I'm in a
you got
good
kind of a
spot,
void, right?
Yeah, I'm in a good spot right now in terms of downtime.
let's
and
talk about
hobby
Bluefin.
time.
When's that happening?
Listen,
Bluefin.
man, it might not happen after the first of the year now.
All right.
Inventory's coming up.
What's
now.
Bluefin?
That's fine. Gundam
Gundam
kits.
models.
Oh,
We have them. They're in the hopper. We're ready to go.
I've started looking at Gundam kits because of you. I was at
You're gonna
Barnes
go
and
down a
Noble,
rabbit
and
hole.
I know. I'm
They're really
trying
cool,
to avoid
dude.
it. I went to Barnes and Noble, found a bunch of cool looking Gundam kits. I was like, I can't right now.
I don't know why. Should
The
do we have any in here? Or are they all
no,
gone?
I think we
I
sold
think
them all.
they're all sold.
The thing with Gundam stuff is like it's not tied to a game. You can just, whatever you think looks cool. There's no reason to not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been like that with 40K and Sigmar though too. Like you bought Archeon before. I mean, you
before
knew
the-
Slaves was coming out, but like
But I mean, I bought
you bought a
the
Magnus.
Stormcast Star Drake
Yeah.
Templar. I bought the Alariel Everqueen for the Sylvanas.
Did you
just
get
because
that
they
painted?
look cool.
The
No,
Star
there's
Drake?
I have I have it painted black right now. I haven't completely.
Evan had a Star Drake that was beautiful.
I know he showed me pictures of
It
it. He
was
tried to sell it to
so-
me.
Did he? Did
What
he
a
sell it?
scumbag.
No, he might
got
have
rid of it.
He might have sold it. Yeah.
So the great thing about those Gundam kits, though, is that you could buy them and just build them,
Right, you don't
and they
have
look
to paint
cool.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
Right out of the box.
and then you can do anything you want to them to make them look even better.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and apparently it's a much larger hobby than 40K.
Say, Tony,
Yeah.
didn't you
Well,
win
40K
like
is a
painting
very interesting
competition
one.
for
It
Gundam?
seems so big, but then you look at something
Yeah.
like Gundams, and like it's a snobbish hobby too. You said.
Oh yeah, they're real snooty. But yeah, I did win. I did win one.
then you should bring it
recently.
in one time.
I have brought it in. You guys saw me building it.
I'm talking on the show.
Right.
All right, man.
I might have pictures of it.
Yeah. 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 Get them up on the screen.
Hey, pull it up.
Let me find them.
Have you seen that video of the guy hitting a moose with his car? I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it.
But yeah, it's we were talking about that too. Like 40K is a pretty big hobby, and it's a competitive hobby. But like, there was literally 3 tournaments or 3 painting competitions just for Gundam kits.
Yeah.
In the last month.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's pretty cool.
Like, there's one group I'm in that's got like 20,000 members.
Wow, that's crazy.
It might be higher than that.
I think it is higher because
They
it was like
they're super snooty.
It's all right. There's a lot of snooty 40K players out there too. So
Yeah, but like I don't like to sand a lot of stuff. I like to shave it with an X-Acto knife.
Yeah.
I've just gotten good at it.
Yeah.
And like that
I
is a
don't-
big no. You can't do that. You have to sand stuff.
you have to do
I
it.
don't- yeah, I don't. I'll use a file, but
I just don't like doing it.
outside of that, I won't. Like, do they use like sandpaper and? Yeah.
Gale
I
Force
won't go
9's
that
got
far.
some really nice. I saw this in a YouTube video
I'll use a
one time.
file.
Apparently,
That's fine.
files have only one. They're only supposed to go one direction. You're not supposed to like grind. It's like
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
How I was in the dark.
I didn't.
No
I didn't-
files, not even nail files, are supposed to go more than one direction.
Really?
That's how you get fray.
How do you know what direction to go?
The lines. You go against the lines.
I always just
so
go
if,
away from
if
me.
you've got lines that are like diagonal like that, like you're going against the surface. That's how you go.
Oh, that
against
makes
it.
sense. So it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just go away from man. I've never had really any problem. So, but yeah, Ritual of the Damned comes out soon.
Gundam.
There's supposed to
Club.
be
Yeah,
a
the
huge
reveal on Christmas,
Yeah,
right?
there's supposed to be a big reveal on Christmas. Last year it was an Age of Sigmar army, and the year before that was the 7 Days of Nurgle. Remember that? Where they revealed all of the.
I remember. I was just thinking about that video today when they were. That video was hilarious.
Where they
GW
revealed-
has not hit us with a funny video in a while.
That's true.
It's been a
That's
while
true.
since we've
so
had some-
I'm really hoping for some really big, cool reveal for what's coming in Ritual of the Damned in terms of like new models. Some really cool Dark Angel or
It feels like there
Thousand
would be
Sons
some
would
models
awesome.
with it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Well, every single book that's
I'm
come
talking
out,
like legit, like
No, I know.
like we got a new
not
Chaos
just
Sorcerer
not just a
and-
Primaris character or a
Yeah.
Chaos Sorcerer. Yeah, no, like an actual some meat and potatoes for at least 1,000 Suns, because I think that's what they're missing for the most part.
What if they brought out Magnus as a Primarch and not the demon? Like before.
I would probably.
Wouldn't that be bad?
I would probably still buy it.
But how would it even work? Like, oh,
I don't know.
I shrugged off the warp. I'm good now.
I don't know. Well, it wouldn't be. I don't know. It'd be a little bit different than that. But it could happen. Like he could.
Is Magnus technically a demon prince?
Oh, absolutely.
That's
yeah,
what he
yeah.
is
He's
technically?
a demon prince, but he's a Primarch too. So like
Right.
a Primarch demon prince.
So he's super
is-
powerful to begin
Exactly.
with.
Actually, the demons themselves don't like the Chaos Space Marine demon princes because of how much more powerful they are, and they're more like arrogant too.
Oh,
So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, they're all the worst characteristics of their humanity.
exactly.
Demonically infused.
Yeah, no,
right?
yeah, with the yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I would actually probably buy that if that was the case. 'Cause
Oh, they'd sell out of it.
It could happen too. I mean, he could manipulate his size and stuff like that as well.
Right.
But that's not.
So
that's
he
not,
chooses to be huge, and Mortarion chooses
Nah,
to be huge.
I don't think that. I don't think Mortarion probably could, but I don't think that's the case. Is that he chooses to be huge? I think he's just huge.
You know, I guess the
But he
Mortarion
can
model,
manipulate
like,
his
he's
size.
not that much. He's about the size of Gilliman,
he's
really.
smaller. Yeah, he's smaller than Magnus.
Magnus is like a big
Well,
freaky-
my Magnus
Yeah,
is
Magnus is
standing.
cool.
Magnus is standing opposed to Mortarion, who's just floating. But,
Right,
yeah.
but Mortarion is still like
Yeah.
his Primarch form, just with big demonic wings.
Yeah,
Right.
he's got giant. Yeah, he's got giant wings.
He's roughly
a
the size of Gilliman.
He's basically like your Chaos Space Marine Demon Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are bigger, but not. They might be like twice the size.
Now,
not,
I don't know if
not
you
like
know-
5 times the size.
Do you know why the legions, some of them, but not all of them, changed their colors from the heresy
I'm trying to think because the Dark Angels did it.
yeah, because they were black, right?
yeah, they were originally
all
black and red.
the Legion.
What?
Their armor.
Oh,
Yeah, they were black and red. I'm trying to remember why because a lot of them did it. The World Eaters did it. A lot of the
What color were they?
they were white and blue, which was really cool considering all the blood they would shed.
Yeah.
Because then you'd have this really white armor just spackled and like all like there's blood.
red,
and
white, and
everything.
blue.
Yeah.
You're very patriotic.
I don't think that's what they were doing.
No, they're British, so they hate red, white, and blue.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Even though
That's
you
their-
didn't
their
get it.
flag
I'd say
is-
their
Yeah,
flags
whatever.
are
Now, hang on. Now, at the time of the Revolution, though, was that their flag, or did they have a different flag?
I think they had the flag of England, which was white and blue.
white and blue.
Was
I
it?
don't
I have
know.
no idea.
I don't know.
I have
don't know.
no idea. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But
I also didn't know like how many different countries are in the UK. By the way,
in the UK,
yeah, like Wales is its own place,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's one
Wales,
country, but
Scotland,
it's different
Great
nations.
Britain.
Yeah.
North
Is it just-
Ireland
Great Britain
or Northern
refers to
Ireland.
the entirety of the island,
that-
right?
I thought that was
No,
like,
British
United
Isles
Kingdom.
is
Yeah,
refers to the
but,
yeah.
but Great Britain is
Oh,
different
okay.
than
Yeah.
the UK,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So what
No,
is Great
wait,
Britain?
sorry, no.
So those are synonymous.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, the United Kingdom is the whole British Isles.
And we've
No.
moved into the history lesson
No.
portion of the
That's
show.
very interesting. Don't you want to know?
I don't care about it at all.
I mean,
That's fair.
it's,
Because the British Isles includes Ireland, which is not part of the UK.
I also love
However,
how, like,
Northern Ireland is
Funky
part of
Patrick.
the UK.
join the IRA.
So I found the models.
Yeah,
that's
show
what-
show a
oh,
picture of my
Tony-
winner.
Oh,
Tony's
here we
mouse.
go. We're digressing. My winner. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah, screw me for being proud of
I don't-
an
it's
accomplishment.
really cool.
Are you gonna say something mean about it,
No, I'm not.
Mike?
Yeah,
have you ever
there
said
we
anything
go.
mean in your whole life?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Can
I was
you- it's
saying
on
mean
the
stuff to
screen
you
right now.
earlier.
Tell me how awesome I am.
Here,
That does look pretty cool. Now, did you paint that based on like an existing scheme, or did you just
No,
do it?
I made it up.
Oh, okay.
There's actually, it looks like it's only 2 colors, but it's actually about 8 different colors. There's 3 different oranges. A
Takes a
lot
long
of
time
lead
to-
belcher,
Good color.
dry brush.
Do you like Iron Warriors?
Is that a
Yeah,
sticker?
the model
Is
I
what?
brought for you,
Oh,
the
decals?
handles are painted in iron.
No.
Warrior.
Okay.
It's a
No
darker.
Oh yeah, there's
lead belcher. It
It
looks
looks like
really
a
cool.
washed lead belcher, right?
Yeah.
They're
pretty cool.
wet transfers.
That's a
Okay.
hell of a camera.
Thank you.
You should read like the caution signs on
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
No, you can't because it's in a weird language.
Oh, it's this
That
color.
definitely,
English.
that definitely
Caution.
says
It's
that
definitely
says caution.
English.
That's really cool.
I was really proud of that gun too. The gun turned out really good.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I'd like to watch some more Gundam.
That one's actually not in a show.
So I looked it up.
That's just a.
It's from a novel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's never been like depicted outside of like fan art.
Like
and
not
then they
even
made
in like
one.
video
Really?
games or anything.
Nope.
So I looked up why the legions changed their colors,
Okay.
And we're back.
and
And we're back.
a lot of the Chaos Legions did it to either identify with a certain Chaos God or to distance themselves from their original loyalist
Okay.
looks. And then the Dark Angels did it for kind of the same reason, to distance themselves from the
the fallen,
turncoats.
right?
Yeah, exactly. And they changed it to the color green in remembrance of Caliban, which was a forest death world.
Does Caliban die?
Caliban got sucked into the warp. They got destroyed.
The whole planet did?
Yeah, except for the rock. Yeah.
Caliban doesn't like the sun.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I get it. I love that character
Yeah,
in
you didn't know
Logan, by
that?
the way.
I still don't get it.
No, well, how does the Rock survive? The Rock is literally
So-
like it's
so
like
what
a
the-
big,
It's
it's like
Because
a
he's
mountain.
the Dwayne.
So what
okay. I was about to
it
make
is
that
the
joke.
Dwayne of the Imperium. I'm not gonna
He's just
debate
gonna
that.
keep making movies.
But so what happened? What happened with
Shotgun
the,
approach.
what happened with Caliban and the Rock? So there was these giant force fields surrounding the fortress monastery on Caliban, right? And that's where Luther fought
Specifically the Rock,
the Lion.
right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Rock's
so
after
Luther
the fact, right?
fought the Rock.
I was saying
Luther
Lex
fought the
Luthor,
Lion.
Yeah,
Rock,
are you guys
Dwayne the Rock
talk-
Johnson.
are you
No,
guys
Luther
talking-
fought the Lion. Anyway,
Okay,
so
but hold on. Are you guys talking about a WWE match?
exactly
Yes.
what we're talking about. So anyway, after Luther failed to kill the Lion,
Could he have killed him?
Oh, absolutely.
Did they
but he
write?
went-
Does that scene exist in one of the books? 'Cause
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
the throne room scene has never
Absolutely,
been written.
yeah. He knocked him. He basically knocked him out with a psychic attack. But so after
Did he
knocked
let him do it? Did the Rock?
The lion was hesitant to kill him because they were best friends.
Right.
And then after Luther bested him, he couldn't kill him because he finally succumbed to he basically had a moment of humanity where
Right.
he's like, I can't do this. And then that angered the Chaos Gods, and they sucked Caliban into the warp and started just tearing apart the planet.
Oh, wow.
And
It doesn't like
however,
the
the
sun.
force fields around the fortress monastery encased the fortress and parts of the planet. And then when the planet was sucked into the warp, it left
So
the
there's like-
fortress.
it's like a
fine.
meteor now.
Yeah, kind of with a big fortress on it. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking on the way in, the Horus Heresy, if they did it right, that would be one hell of a show. If they,
Do you know how long it would have
well,
to
I
be?
mean, well, I think you
It'd
could
be
probably do it.
insane.
Like,
I wouldn't
think
be
5
against it.
seasons of it. I think you could get it all done because you'd obviously
I
have to
don't know,
follow
man.
main characters and whatnot.
I think you would. I think
You
you
wouldn't
would.
be able to flush out every legion.
I
but
was
you
about
could-
to say. I
you
think
could
you could
talk about
I
it.
think you can encompass all the important books in a season, like one season per book is what I'm saying.
Right.
But so you'd have to start knocking out some of the more niche books, and then just kind of focus on like each.
Well, I mean,
legion and
that's not
important
how
stories,
they.
and then-
That's not. They don't make movies or TV shows that way. They would combine certain things and certain aspects.
Yeah.
Right. Certain characters would be
Like Game of Thrones seasons 3 and 4 are literally like 3, 4, and 5 parts of 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
The books take
Okay.
place in them.
Okay.
So it's really just rearranging the story to where it takes place concurrently.
You
Okay.
finished
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
change the chronology
Yeah.
of certain
Right,
things
exactly.
Yeah.
and certain
Yeah.
characters like because you in books you
And
can
then
have
they'll-
very
that's
minor
true,
characters.
Yeah,
Because
and then
the-
they'll eliminate certain things that don't really add to the plot.
That's true because a
Or
lot of
that you
the
don't have
Horus
time for,
Heresy
right.
books does a lot of like backtracking too through other books.
Well, every
so
book
you
is
have
its
to-
own self-contained book.
Exactly.
Too. So
It's its
which,
own- yeah,
which
its own
is one
self-contained
weakness
story.
of it. There's like 50-something books in, right? But every book is a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
You know, and it's where like you read Feast for Crows, like that's leading into a Storm of Swords, Game of Thrones. It's
Well,
not.
all books should be a self-contained story, right? I mean, it's not fair to say that they're not. You
I
have a
think-
beginning, middle, and end.
I think what he's saying is there's no to be continued at the end of the book, right? There's no. I don't think
Well, that's
there's.
what I'm saying.
I don't think there's any
there-
cliffhangers or
What I'm
anything
saying, like
that.
Game of Thrones, like there's a consistent narrative through all of them. Like
I understand what you're saying.
like they
It's-
don't cut off in the middle. There is a climax, and yeah, I mean those exist.
Yeah, so like you could read that book. You could any of the Game of Thrones books. I've read them all too. You could read any one of them stand alone and understand what's happening within the context of that story.
Yeah, I mean,
Reading the other books just gives you more context. I mean, there's a ton of subtlety in those books
yeah, Game of Thrones has a lot.
that you won't be able to appreciate without
Until your
reading
third
them all.
reading.
Seriously.
No, I know it.
but you can still read the book alone and still
Well, that's
understand
fair.
it.
That's fair. But like there are consistent characters. From one big weakness of the Horus Heresy is like you get these characters, and you want to talk about George R. R. Martin killing characters off. Like almost every
No.
character you
See,
meet,
it's
in
different
this-
with him because it's not that he kills them.
You get invested
it's
in
that
them?
he makes you invested in them.
that's what I love about it, though,
I
man.
hate it, dude.
Oh
It
my
feels
God.
like a waste of time.
But it feels like they have something to lose. Like when Jon Snow gets stabbed, man, you're
Spoilers.
like,
No.
you're like, wow, because in the book, he makes really bad decisions. Like,
Well, I mean, he made some bad decisions in the show too.
I got you, but
yeah.
like I don't know, it feels a little different in the book,
But
right?
I'm not arguing that. But it's just that.
But it
like,
gets him killed.
So at the end of the first book, after Ned dies, I was like, I'm not going to invest in any more characters. You fooled me once. Now I don't care.
Did you read the book or watch the show first?
I watched the show first, and then I read the books.
Okay, see, so
then
I watched
didn't
the first
like
show and
I
then
didn't
read
like
all
the books because I made it through it. Like I don't want to get too invested in anybody because they're gonna die
I love them, man.
at any point.
I love them. It feels
It felt gimmicky.
really.
Yeah.
I think it feels organic.
Man, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
That's fine. That's fine. I really like how they.
It was more organic in the books than it was in the show. I'll say that.
Well, they killed a lot more people in the show with a lot less fanfare. That really adds a lot for me when characters aren't. We were
God
talking
is
about that with
dead.
Star Wars.
Quit beating the dead horse.
Who's dead?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
This is Jason.
We're
It's a Game of
giving it.
Thrones.
We're talking examples here, Jason. We're not talking specifically Game of Thrones.
Well, I mean, like we'll talk about the Way of Kings, right? So each one of those is a standalone story. So they
Yeah,
tell you an
yeah.
entire narrative, and if there's an overarching story that happens between all of them.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Just
But are you saying the Horus Heresy is like?
they're a little more. I don't know.
Is
I
it
don't know.
like what is that? The horror show, American
Horror Story.
where it's completely different characters every time, every
Yeah,
season.
Pretty much. Pretty much every book is its own characters. I mean, they're taking place at different. They're telling you what's happening in different times
In different parts.
areas of the galaxy.
It
At the
sounds
time.
like a very expansive,
It's
extremely complicated world building.
it is it is, and I think that they should have written them chronologically. I really do think that they should have done that because like
Are we talking about
sometimes-
Star Wars again?
to be fair, with Star Wars, we talked about this last night. A New Hope, that was just Star Wars when it came out.
Yeah.
was only meant to be.
Yeah.
It was that.
Star
it was
Wars.
it.
That
It was
was it.
done.
Yeah.
It was just Star
When they
Wars.
did blow up the Death Star, it's over.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can make more money on this.
People
Well, I
really
mean,
like this movie.
he wanted to. Well, we don't need to get back.
I
to
don't know.
Star
George
Wars.
Lucas, from what I've seen, he was like, this thing's gonna flop.
So there was always a scene where Darth Vader spun off into the sunset at
Right.
the end of it. So
Right.
there
like,
was
it was
always
open,
a thought
Right.
of
It was
like,
open ended.
we're gonna make some more.
Yeah. That was a missed art. If they would have kept Tarkin alive, that would have made it. That would have been much more. He's a better villain than the Emperor, I think.
Well, the
Tarkin.
Emperor wasn't even really a villain until the second movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he wasn't. He was only spoken of.
yeah.
In the first one, Tarkin was really the one running the show, and that would have created a good. At any rate, he died. Went down with a ship. Went down with the not moon.
You know something else
Did he?
I read
Yeah.
about?
It was on the death. Well, I mean,
Oh, Tarkin.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Emperor.
well, no one's ever really gone. So Tarkin.
Tarkin's still alive.
The one thing, a neat fact that I was listening to, that the remainder of the clones from the Clone Wars was on the Death Star.
Really?
Yeah. So the majority of all those troops died with the Death Star. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That reminds me.
But they'll never say that in the movies because
Right.
that's too cool.
It's too much in depth.
Yeah.
I saw something about like how many like hundreds of thousands of people must have died on the Death Star. And everybody's like, yeah. like,
They literally show a 19-year-old kid flying away. You just killed a couple 100,000 people.
Was that
it's so
Clerks?
funny when you think. But they were all bad guys.
Was that Clerks?
Are they
What's
all
that?
bad
I
guys?
don't know.
Yeah,
everybody in
they had a
that
scene in
movie?
that.
Assume they're
where they
all
talk
bad
about it.
guys. They're on the Death Star.
How many people were inscripted to be stormtroopers that didn't want to be?
Well,
That's
none
fair.
until Finn came around.
I was about to say, according to The Force Awakens, all of them.
Anyway, I mean, we don't got to get back on Star Wars. Let's see. Let's talk about. Holy crap, Brian's watching. He might not be watching anymore. He clicked on and clicked off. All right, man. We got 10 minutes left. What's
That's still another view.
Just another view.
We could try memes.
You got some memes? We got.
I've had memes for a long time.
Well, I
We
mean,
just haven't
memes,
had a monitor.
memes are life.
We got any good video games to talk about?
No, we're doing meme
None.
review.
Oh,
There are no good video games anymore.
How would you know you don't play them?
That's fair.
Well,
I
hold
really-
on. What was the last video game you played? Don't say Skyrim.
It was Red Dead,
yeah, Red Dead was the
Okay.
last
and
one,
it was good.
and Red Dead was good.
Okay.
for all
I'm going to
the
be playing
horse
Shield
riding.
hopefully for Christmas, Sarah, if you're watching.
Shield.
Pokemon Shield.
Can I
Oh.
have my game back then?
Which one?
The one you borrowed. that you
Detroit?
played?
Dude, I'm pretty sure I sold that.
If
If you want it
Oh,
back, I'll
we
give it
can
back.
barely see that.
Yeah.
You'll be over there tomorrow, won't you?
Yep.
Just fucking gunpoint.
I run through the
I already
snow,
packed
they
all the
shoot the
guns.
guns. I've seen that one.
Touche.
Oh, not much goes.
I run the snow, they shoot the guns. I always get away, but
Bunch of hosers in orange.
don't bother me.
That's funny. Is that Canadian speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you see the what
The
is that?
deer?
Is that?
I see the deer.
I
didn't-
see the deer.
I didn't know that deer spoke Canadian, but I got it. I like it. I'll
well,
give it.
I mean, you're just glossing over his face.
He's
I think-
Canadian.
like
And
the
that
whole-
is
the whole-
talking to a news monitor?
I get
the
it. I'll
whole-
give it a 7.
Really?
4.
it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
Hey,
from
Canadians deserve a place on the internet
Yeah,
too.
they deserve to be funny too.
I threw this in on like when we were talking about hunting season starting, and it's been
Okay.
that long.
All right.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've submitted a few.
Unfortunately, it takes a while for it to show up for
on
you.
ours, there's
that
a bit of a delay.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know what you could do? You could just print them out.
I know.
Oh my God, Grandpa!
I should just send them to your.
When you let your wife put out the deer corn, it's a trap. That's pretty funny.
That's funny too,
That's
but
pretty
deer
funny.
can't read unless they're
That's a good
Canadian.
point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well, that's why it's totally
It's a
okay to
2.
do it. Yeah, it could be better.
2.
That's funny.
That's a 4. That's a 5.
Why are you going to disagree with? This is why I win. What do you mean? Okay, and you don't.
I would beg to differ. I think there's other reasons I didn't win.
That's a 7. That's good.
I don't get it.
You don't get it? Have
No,
you not?
you get it because you just watched it recently. That's really
He
funny.
was so
That's the
upset.
third
He was
movie?
so upset
Yeah,
about
he was
being
offended. He thought it was
On the
slight.
council, but not being granted.
Have you
To be
not
fair, he
seen?
should have never been on the council.
Yeah.
Have you not-
that was
Oh wow, that's all.
Did he play any important role being on the council?
no, but that was the whole point of
Okay.
him being on the council.
Don't you-
was just
To
To
appease
be a
him.
spy.
No, not at all. Was to piss off the council and to make them not piss off Anakin because they knew that they wouldn't, accept him into it. So it was just to make him angry.
That's pretty funny.
You know, a big problem is too that Vader acts like he doesn't know who Yoda is. He never talks about Yoda at all. I don't think he ever says Yoda's name.
I didn't even
Well,
notice that.
To be fair, I mean it's the order in which the movies are.
I get it.
written.
But that means to me they should have handled the
like-
original 3 with a little or the.
Well, he
the
doesn't know that Yoda's still alive, right?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
More memes.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
What'd you give that one?
That was a solid 7.
That's as funny as the deer.
The
Come on, friend.
The cat meme has been overdone.
Hey, it's been beat up. I'll agree with that. But that one was at least funny.
That's fair. A lot of the cat ones are funny, to be fair, but it's like, man, how much more can we do of this cat?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Baby Yoda to show up as the cat.
The funniest ones with the
I've
cat
seen those.
include who's the guy in the Pauly D? and the crying
Oh,
kid. You know what I'm
yep,
talking about?
yep.
There's 4 screens, like the kid's crying. It's like a fight.
That's
There we go.
so good.
You got this.
That's a 9.
I don't get it.
Wow.
That's a 9.
Is that a Furby?
It's a gremlin.
It's a-
Gizmo.
That's a 9. I submitted that one. That's next to perfect.
I was talking about the one on top.
We have viewers that don't know what Furbies are.
Stop making me feel old. I'm not that old.
That's really funny. Is that a Furby? Those things would wake up in the middle of that. You're like, go shoot it.
Yeah, they had no off
About
button.
to say.
That's an 8. I hate Baby Yoda, but that's real good. Why is nobody else giving these ratings? I thought we were rating memes.
I'll give that an 8. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like,
I give them all
Mom.
5s.
You're turning into Switzerland.
Yeah, it's exactly.
All right, I think this is the last one. Whenever it shows up for you guys.
Oh,
The best part of the meme review must be us waiting for it.
Yeah, I know.
absolutely.
We'll need to
Hey,
connect it to the
I'm-
other
Well, it's not your
computer.
fault.
Oh my god, that's funny.
That's pretty good.
But I hate it.
Whoa! I had good
Oh,
conscience.
I hate
Can't get that
Whoa.
anything more than a 1.
1.
Only because I can't give it a 0.
I'll give that one a 9.
Shut up. You contrarian.
Exactly.
And actually, when I found this one online just a few minutes ago, it actually said I'm the Mandalorian from the Mandalorian, but I had to change it.
Oh, so you changed.
It gets a 1 just because it says
I
Mando.
really think that Mando's a stupid name.
It's so bad.
Amen. It is a horrible name.
I mean, it's not even just his name, right? It's just the nickname of Mandalorian.
Well, he's just a Mando.
That's like calling you Whitey, though. Like, that's literally what it
Hey, let's not be racist.
isn't. Oh, I guess Mandalorian's not a race, apparently.
No,
Right? So, like, I guess it's not the same. Is it a job title?
it's like a clan,
Mandalore is a planet. People from
right? And
Yeah.
look at the lore.
So you would think that the
Anybody could
Mandalorians
become
would
a
be people from
Mandalorian.
Mandalore, but it's not necessarily that.
No,
All right.
All right, that could be bad. All right. I mean, I don't think I have anything else to talk about.
It's almost done.
What's that?
It's almost done.
I can always.
I think we could just kill it early because I got nothing to say.
Well, let's talk about some 40K then, because I can always.
For
talk
3
about
minutes?
40K. Yeah, man. Why not? Why
I'll give it a
not?
shot.
What are your prospects for your new guard stuff coming?
I have no idea what's coming. I don't know if we'll get rules.
I know
you'll
what I know
absolutely
what
get
it
rules.
is. Tanks,
You might get.
lots of tanks.
You might get. You might get the chaos cuck, but like. You'll get at least stratagems,
We
warlord
got
traits, and relics.
we got fed with an open hand in Vigilus though, so like we might not get much.
Oh, what? Yeah, but Chaos got a lot of stuff in Vigilus too.
Yeah,
though.
but I think guard stuff was better than the chaos stuff.
so
in
does
Vigilus,
Space
wasn't
Marine.
it?
Space Marine's got a lot of stuff in Vigilus.
Well, it's Space Marine. I mean, that's
That's fair. That's completely fair. I'm just saying.
That's a bad measure.
You got Chaos. They got a lot of stuff in Vigilus, and you got.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
and all the other stuff. Eldar got. Wait.
Eldar got 2,
Yeah, Eldar. did
and they're
good
not
stuff
bad.
in-
I've used them. I don't use the Wraith stuff, but
Yeah, exactly. So and Dark. I mean,
I need to
granted,
play
it was
some more
one,
Eldar.
But yeah, so you have no idea.
no, I haven't seen
You're not,
any
you're-
rumors
You're not
or
expecting anything.
no.
Like no stratagems that you're kind of hoping for.
You know what I hope for? I hope
What?
they bring my Wyvern back down in points.
They're not going to.
That's all I care
That
about.
just happened.
That was a bad.
Get
that was
used to
stupid.
it. Welcome to my world.
but it's not a tank.
Well, you're right. I don't consider
not a
it's on
tank.
treads. I don't consider it a tank.
It's not a tank. It's a
The only thing I consider a tank are Lehman Russes.
well, yeah.
Maybe Chimeras.
You can get artillery pieces on tanks and not call them tanks.
Anything
I'm
that's
so
strength 6,
confused
in my
now.
opinion,
I'm
or
so
toughness
confused.
6 is not a tank.
I mean, it doesn't
Bullgren
have to-
or toughness 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like T7 and above, I think is tank worthy.
tank?
Yes.
Okay.
Different form of the word, but yeah.
Yeah. Not in the literal sense.
No, not in Panzer.
There's not like a hatch on the top of his head with some.
You
dude
never
sticking out.
you never seen under the hair.
That's fair. That's fair. You can manifest the hatch.
You know, I
there
do
if
That
you
wanna-
want
wonderful
to.
80s
We,
mop.
we were talking about how the artwork has evolved where, it's not
It
men
has
with no
improved.
necks. Mm-hmm. Tell me how his shoulders work. The yellow guy.
Yeah, this
Tell me how his shoulders work.
this is indicative of maybe some of the.
I mean, it's all guarded by armor. Like he has a
How,
neck.
does
It's
his,
just
how does
protected.
his shoulders work like that?
What are you talking
It
about?
comes above his shoulders.
It's
above
all
his
armor
ear.
plating. That's his real
Oh
head.
my
the
god, it's so
pauldrons are a
dumb.
little high on the
Yeah,
Imperial Fist.
Sure.
completely.
But
Oh,
they look better.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, sure.
Tim, do you really know what
The
a
white
pauldron
one
is
looks
from the
okay.
Mandalorian?
That looks okay.
No.
It's not
Okay.
perfect, but
That
Mike, I've
is
been a nerd for
egregious.
much longer.
maybe he's got a shoulder. Maybe he's
Yeah,
doing
he's
this.
doing this.
He's
I've
like
only
the,
learned
he's
what
like
a-
the kid in the meme, right?
I've only learned what a gorget and a codpiece are recently.
No, but it's
What are
it's
those?
not bad.
You don't know what a gorget is?
Nope.
The gorget is the neck piece.
Really?
Okay.
And then
You
the
didn't know that?
codpiece is for your crotch.
That last one makes sense just
Yeah.
from
Groin
the sound
protector.
of it. Yeah.
What is so greaves are the
Pants.
Pants.
but they're not pants though, right? Like it's
You don't call them pants.
that's
They
I
only
guess it was
pro-
before they
but
had
only
pants.
protect the front of the leg, right? It's not the back
I
of the
think
leg.
traditionally,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was always.
And then what are shin guards called?
Um,
Those have a name, right?
Yeah, shin guards.
Were they called shin guards?
I think I know where
hockey
you're going.
pads?
No. Do you know, like, when in sword fighting, too, like, there's, in movies, they always depict it like edge on edge, but you would never fight like
I was thinking about that the other day.
because it would just break the
That'd be
blade.
so
they
awful, too.
whenever they're blocking it, it has to be with the flat of the blade. I just thought of those.
I would not
that
want.
in
Can you? I mean, and how often did that really happen too? Like long sword on long sword.
Never.
You know, not very often because like knights probably wouldn't fight.
Plus,
Like
they were so heavy that, like, they wouldn't be protracted fights.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also,
exactly. You
yeah.
just could. You'd be too tired.
Most knife or sword duels ended with knife wounds, anyways, because they just pull their knife out and stab. it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
literally-
If
yeah.
the sharp edge of a sword hits the sharp of a sword, they will both dent horribly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it, and they'll have to be fixed
Yeah.
by somebody.
Well, the most
who knows
people
what they're doing.
fighting in the battles, right, were the peasants, and they had like blunt weapons or like
Right, right.
you know
Well, yeah,
spears or.
I mean, the blunt weapons too were made to. That was the answer to heavily armored opponents too.
Well, I don't think they
would cage
the
them.
rank and file didn't fight heavily armored opponents mostly.
Probably not.
You know,
I
it was-
have no idea,
Well, you would
but-
send the nobles would send their peasant like, okay, go fight, and then once it looks like it's decisive, we'll come in and clean it up, and then we'll get terms.
do you remember armoring the peasants in Battle for Middle Earth?
No.
You don't remember build because you could, if you played Rohan, you could build peasants like they could be your troops. You would build them out from your farms
dude, it's
as
after
if they
10.
were
We're done.
No.
We're
I
done.
didn't-
Yeah,
I
and then
don't
there
know.
was,
I
and then they
didn't-
would come out with like hoes and rakes and stuff.
Whoa.
And then you could press the. There was like one of the.
garden tool.
There was one of the
Oh.
ring abilities to where it would like actually give them weapons. You had to
Oh,
actually
that's
use
funny.
it. You don't
That's
remember
funny.
that?
No, I
That's-
don't.
yeah.
I played
Yeah.
mostly Gondor, I think.
Oh, really? I played a lot.
Well,
of
it's
Gondor,
after
too.
10, and I want to eat dinner.
All right, guys.
we're
Well, we
closing
love you.
up.
We'll see you
I
next
like
week.
dinner.
Fight
What's
for
for dinner?
Rohan.
Food.
Food? Okay.